or we don't do any business with you. I knew that my days were numbered.
This is an abuse.
Merrill Lynch fired John Olson. Soon after, Fastow rewarded the bank with 2 investment banking jobs worth $50 million.
Analysts were routinely getting large bonuses from the investment banking departments to bring in investment banking deals. Once that happens, never was heard a discouraging word.
While Enron's stock kept rising, its businesses kept losing money. Looking at the soaring stocks of the dot-coms, Skilling decided to take Enron into cyberspace.
We're now in the process of seeing if we can create a bandwidth trading market.
Enron is using its knowledge of trading gas to barter other forms of energy, even space on the information superhighway called bandwidth. Ken Rice has worked at Enron for 20 years.
Enron has found a way to stay ahead of the curve.
7 p.m. to 7 a.m., we're paying for bandwidth that we are not using. Why?
One of our themes around here is to always be asking why. Why something's done a certain way or why it's not done a different way.
There's our market. Why can't we sell the bandwidth to other companies? Make it a commodity, like a pork belly.
Just last week, Enron captivated Wall Street with its bold move into broadband, teaming up with Blockbuster to deliver movies on demand.
It was like being at a religious cult meeting. People started jumping up from their seats with their cell phones and their BlackBerries, running out to the halls to call their bosses.
One analyst summed up his recommendation to investors in one word: wow. Enron's stock soared 34% in 2 days.
And you can tell from the response in the stock market that they like the strategy. It makes sense.
They announced that they had developed the technology. It would be in test markets by the end of the year.
And the technology works. Our quality is great, and the customers like it, so we've made a lot of progress.
The truth was that Enron was just struggling with the technology for video on demand.
The technology didn't work, and the deal with Blockbuster soon collapsed. But with the magic of mark-to-market, Enron used future projections to book $53 million in earnings on a deal that didn't make a penny.
By the end of the year 2000, Enron was running out of ways to make the broadband business look successful. They tried every trick in the bag to try to create the illusion of a business where there was none, and the people who were working there were getting increasingly desperate.
The executives started selling their stock. By Enron's collapse, Ken Rice had sold $53 million. Ken Lay had sold $300 million. Cliff Baxter, $35 million. Jeff Skilling, $200 million.
As the fraud is perpetuated, all the various lies and artifices begin to convince the ringmaster, if you will, himself, that it's this own bizarre reality. In fact, the fraud is the reality. The perception is the reality. And as long as you can keep the perception going on, it really isn't a fraud.
Let's talk about bandwidth trading. What about weather options or futures? How is that market developing?
Yeah, we have a market in weather.
When Enron announced its latest plan to trade weather, people wondered whether it was good science or science fiction.
Did the weather guys get punished here if the weather is wrong? I mean, they're predicting wrong.
Whip marks on your back there, man.
Unfortunately, that's a good call.
Jeff, as time went on, had a harder time admitting things were wrong. And I have to believe that, when the lights went out at night, he knew what was coming.
I would liken it to the Titanic when you've got a captain who's saying maintain full speed and they bump into a couple of icebergs and then they still keep full speed going. The captain of this ship, Enron, he ignored all the warning signs, and there were plenty of them.
And the captain of the ship was?
Kenneth Lay.
People are talking about Maria Bartiromo's Investor Brief newsletter. Your weekly look ahead in Wall Street. Expert opinions. Maria's personal access to top business leaders. Sign up now. Maria's Investor Brief. Delivered free to your inbox.
It guides. It
shows. It slides. It tows. It sees. It calls. And it fits. We gave it more ideas per square inch because more is what we do. Introducing the Terrain, the all-new smaller SUV from GMC.
We're part of nature, and as we destroy nature, we destroy ourselves. It's a selfish thing to want to protect nature. I never intended to be a businessman. We made the world's best climbing equipment out of here. We realized that putting in and taking out of all these pitons was causing damage to the rock. So I made these little soft aluminum shocks that you just put in with your fingers. And I'm a dam buster.
We've been working for years to take this dam out. The reservoir behind it is only 4 feet deep. The water gets real warm, kills a lot of the life in the river.
When you take out a dam, that's a real victory. I mean, a concrete victory, so to speak. I get an idea to do something, I like to take the first step. If that feels good, I take another step. To do good, you actually have to do something.
No matter what you want to do, Members Project from American Express can help you take the first step. Vote, volunteer, or donate at takepart.com.
It was a horrible feeling. Like I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't believe I was actually having a heart attack. I remember being at the hospital, thinking about my wife. I should have done more to take care of myself. Now I'm exercising, watching my diet, and I trust my heart to Lipitor.
Along with diet, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and certain kinds of heart surgeries in patients with several common risk factors or heart disease. Lipitor is backed by over 17 years of research. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you are taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
I'll never forget what I went through. Don't take your health for granted.
Have a heart-to-heart with your doctor about your risk and about Lipitor.
Gotta make a play here. Audio. Be precise. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. I gotta make a play. Go. Hit that guy. Let's do it again.
Winning takes intense preparation.
Catch him.
It starts with Wheaties Fuel. A bold honey cinnamon crunch cereal with complex carbs and B vitamins.
New Wheaties Fuel. Prepare to win.
Hey, can I have the toys?
Sure, but let me get a little information first. For broccoli, say 1. For toys, say 2.
Toys.
The system can't process your response at this time.
What?
Please call back between 8 and 5 Central Standard Time. Control. Goodbye.
Even kids know it's wrong to give someone the runaround. At Ally Bank, you never have to deal with an endless automated system. You can talk to a real person 24/7. Just the right thing to do.
You're watching a CNBC presentation.
It was one of the bloodiest days in Wall Street history. Shares plummeted 31%.
Stocks led Friday's fierce sell-off.
This is really a great wake-up call.
Millions of nervous investors following the huge drop on Friday. The Dow Jones...
Enron was especially a big deal by the end of the year 2000 because by then most internet companies had already begun to fall and everybody on Wall Street was looking for the next big thing. And here you had Enron, which appeared to be this shining star of a new economy company. Its stock price went up 90% in the year 2000 and had gone up over 50% the year before that. It was an it stock on Wall Street, one of those companies that can seemingly do no wrong.
We were the poster child for the new economy. We had this culture that had a lot of focus on reminding us how good we were. And as that culture emerged, then we get to Fortune magazine telling us we were the most innovative corporation in America. Then we really began to feel good about ourselves.
Well, you all did it again. Enron was just recently chosen again for the 6th year in a row in the most admired company survey by Fortune magazine as the most innovative company in America. Well deserved. Well deserved.
The sales pitch still sounded good, but one investor saw something in Enron's numbers that the stock analysts had missed.
By and large, the analysts admitted to us